NBC 10 News continues now with Barbara Morse-Silva.
Welcome back, everyone. New at 7. It is tick season. What can we expect and how can we protect ourselves? Joining me live is our local tick expert, Dr. Tom Mather from URI. Thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
It must be noted, a tick over your shoulder is actually a dog tick. That's not of big concern right now.
Well, dog ticks are pretty common this year, especially at this time, but that's not the tick that we're most worried about. We're most worried about the little poppy seed sized nymphal stage of the deer tick.
And that's what's out right now. I think we have some video of them. They're kind of ugly creatures. I know you've tried to have them put on my hands. I just don't like that very much. But these are pretty nasty. They can carry up to 3 diseases.
Around here, people can get Lyme disease, Babesiosis, and Anaplasmosis, all from the bite of these tiny little ticks that really are hard to see.
So how do you find them? Where do they hang out?
Well, they're in the leaf litter, around the edges of people's yards, along trails, but you know, we're finding them in more commonly all around the state. Johnston, Scituate, the East Bay, people are coming into contact more frequently with these ticks, and so they really need to take precautions.
Now, is this going to be a bad tick season, or can we tell yet?
So far, I'd say it is. What we're learning about these ticks is that they love high humidity, and so if we have high humidity days, day after day after day, don't have a drought, these ticks are going to do just fine and will be all over the place.
And you're talking about precautions. Now, you can protect your yard, but you can also protect yourself.
Right, so we'd like people, especially in the highest risk areas, to have their yards treated with a perimeter spray, but we'd also like them to think about using clothing repellents. So tick repellent in your clothes, make it as easy as getting dressed in the morning to protect yourself against these terrible diseases.
Now, you can actually buy the clothing already treated. You can also treat the clothing yourself.
You can, and in fact, the first step, easy to do. These nymphal stage ticks are out in May, June, and July. You can treat your shoes with a spray once a month, the 1st of May, coming up now, the 1st of June, and then the 1st of July. Who can't do something 3 times to protect themselves?
Absolutely, and the TickEncounter program is a good thing to turn to. There's a fundraiser coming up. It's a gala event that I host every year. It's called the Big Tick Gala. It's coming up on June 10th. It's at Roger Williams Park at the Botanical Gardens, and this is a fundraiser for the TickEncounter program.
You're right. We hope people will be interested in this. Most people can't imagine that they could have fun at a tick event, but this year we have a stand-up comic, Joe Wong. He's been on Letterman and the Ellen DeGeneres show several times. We have First Lady Stephanie Chafee coming. Of course, we have you, Barbara.
And all people will get a lot of good ideas on how they can prevent ticks. Again, that is on June 10th, Friday night. And all you have to do is go to the website, www.TickEncounter.org, to get information on that and also valuable information on how you can protect yourself. I thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, Dr. Mather. And we're going to toss it over to weather now. Speaking of all this humidity.